After a few minutes, "Captain, Captain," again waking up the captain in the middle of the night. The light doesn't want to move. The light replies, "You move." Tell them again that they have to move. Tell them we are a big ship. After a few minutes, "Captain," they say, "we should move." They don't want to move. Now Captain is getting angry. Tell them I'm Captain John Smith of the 17th Fleet of American Marine Army, and if they don't move, we can take some serious measures. "Yes, Captain." Go up. Give a sign. Here is Captain John Smith, the general of the 17th Fleet of the American Army. The answer. Here is Robert Burns, experienced seaman, and I have to tell you that you will have to move because we are a lighthouse. So, this is a true story, and it was published in one naval magazine of the seamen or people who are riding on a boat and going around the world, or who has to do with how you say, navigating, something like that. So natural laws are like lighthouses. You cannot break them, you can only break yourself against them. So if you want to, go through the lighthouse, you will break yourself. You will break yourself. So therefore, it's advisable to align ourselves, align our thinking, align our action with natural laws or God's laws. It's in our own interest. And therefore, all successful people follow certain principles of success, certain principles of human behavior, certain principles of communication, and principles of performance. So, now, if you want to think about the rest of your life and how do you want to design it, one thing that is recommended very much by experts in life success, in happiness, even also experts in spiritual matters and spiritual life, is that one develops his own personal mission statement. And you don't have to always only have a personal mission statement. Mission statement can be used for organizations, for institutions, for companies. And our ISKCON movement has 7 purposes of ISKCON, which is considered by devotees to be a mission statement of ISKCON, and it was created by Srila Prabhupada when he was registering this society. And now we have individual temples who have mission statements, and this temple also have a mission statements, and we will look into this a little bit. I have it here. But I also personally help people, I help individuals to develop their own personal mission statement, because it can help them in life to act or to serve as a compass, or to serve as a compass which also shows them the true north. So what is the true north? The true north means that you act and think in line with natural laws. In line with natural laws. And natural laws are like lighthouses. If you use the knowledge of the natural law, it's like having a light and not hitting the rock, not hitting the obstacle if you ride a boat, if you drive a boat. So, in one sense, it can always bring light to your life. It can always bring light to your life. It can always bring you back on track. There is another metaphor which can help you. I work with hundreds of people, and then sometimes they tell me, oh, you know, I know what to do, but I get off track, and I slip, or I deviate. And they say, so what shall I do? And I say, well, it's very obvious that you should get back on track. And then there is this, not a metaphor, it's an example from just everyday life, that the airplane is off course 90% of the time. Always a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left. But because it has feedback from this equipment and also from the tower, from the airport, from other airplanes, then it always gets back on track. So similarly, if you find yourself deviating from your values, from your principles, from your mission, from your vision for your life, from your dreams, then get back on track. Get back on track. And this mission statement can help you very much to get back on track, because you can always, remind yourself of what you value. You can remind yourself of what is important to you. And now values are made by humans, but principles are made by God. So it's advisable, it behooves us to actually align our values with the natural laws or with the principles, So thieves also have values. Thieves also have goals, but their goals are not in line with natural laws or principles. They are deviating from that. So we want to have high-class goals, high-class values, which are in harmony with natural laws. They are in harmony with natural laws. So in this way, you can ensure your success. Also, what is recommended for success in life, in any area, is to follow in the footsteps of previously successful people. Sometimes they say, standing on the shoulders of giants. So sometimes humble people say, it's easy to look tall if you are standing on the shoulders of giants. It's easy to look tall. So there was, I mentioned this the other day, there was one expert who is considered to be a wizard of marketing, who is considered to be, sometimes they call him a genius, because he has helped so many organizations to increase their business. And he thinks really outside the box. He comes up with ideas that nobody else comes up with. But he said, if I look smart, if my ideas sound useful, this is because I have learned from people much smarter than I. So this is standing on the shoulders of giants. This is giving credit to previously successful people. And in our tradition, Vaishnava tradition, we have following in the footsteps of previous acharyas. So we don't want to imitate them because they were very highly elevated personalities, but we want to follow in their footsteps. There is a difference between imitation and following the footsteps. Following in the footsteps means we follow in the footsteps according to our present level and according to our present means and according to what is our next step. What is it that we can do in harmony, in line with what they were doing and what they are advising, what they are teaching. So in one sense, if you want to have a sure path of success, or like firmly fixed, or how can I say, if you want to be certain that you will be successful, then following the footsteps of successful people will actually help you to achieve that. Like our spiritual master Srila Prabhupada, he would always say, if I have any credit in all this, in 11 years, he has opened more than 108 temples. and initiated more than 5,000 disciples. And he said, if I have any credit of creating a worldwide movement, it is because I didn't change anything that I learned from my teacher, from my spiritual master. I just repeated what he taught me. I followed in his footsteps. He says, this is my only credit. So it's so powerful to have behind you like an army of successful people, army of successful spiritual personalities. And ultimately, God is behind all this because He has given all these teachings in the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. So here in this community also devotees have worked hard to develop, with the help of some devotee experts, to develop a mission statement for this community. And it would be wonderful that all of you actually get to know this, to read it, even if you're a guest, and to understand the vision of how this community wants to be developed. And then you can also take part, contribute to this, help to make it happen, and also be, I would say, enjoy the results of this effort, in a sense, having a wonderful, caring, loving community, and nice surroundings, nice environment, conducive for spiritual life or meditation. So you can also be part of this, and we see that the mission of this community, which is here, is also in line with the mission of our movement globally, and also in line with the instructions of the Bhagavad Gita, which is our main guide, my main success manual, I would say. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is full of success principles. The other day, I was coaching a devotee who is aspiring to be a coach from Dubai, and then she said that you have given me some coaching books to read, but I'm neglecting Bhagavad Gita, so how do we connect the two? And I said, but can you remember that this coaching is called Gita coaching, so it has to do with the Gita? And it's actually, Bhagavad Gita is full of success principles. It's full of success principles. If we just look at the 15th verse of the 17th chapter, which describes how to communicate with others and how to communicate with yourself, we see how practical Bhagavad Gita is. Speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, not agitating to others, and always reciting the Vedic literature. This is high-class communication skills. And not only with others, but also for your internal dialogue. There is many other, Bhagavad Gita gives instructions for the body also. Don't sleep too much, don't sleep too little, don't eat too much, don't eat too little, don't work too much, don't work too little. Balance is very important. If we want to practice yoga, there has to be a balance. Moderation in all things. So if you want to develop your mission statement, then you should take into consideration these principles which have helped success of people throughout history, saints and sages throughout the ages. They all have had clarity about where they want to be, what they want to be, and what they want to do, and what they want to have, and where they want to go also. So let us look a little bit for inspiration. So Goloka Dham is the name of this community, Goloka Dham. And so this is vision, mission, and value statement. And we have concise, which we will use today, not comprehensive, which has more pages. It also has appendix, so I was so inspired when I was leading this that I was thinking, maybe I should stay here forever. Because in one sense, it's a challenge to work on this and make it happen. Of course, we don't expect everything to be perfect in the material world, but we can work towards this and we can improve things, definitely. So set in the, this is a vision statement, set in the idyllic valley in West Germany, Goloka Dham is a vibrant spiritual community gathered around a gorgeous temple and well-equipped retreat center. Informed by the ancient Indian wisdom, Goloka Dham fosters the service to Radha Krishna, the well-being of its own members, and spiritual, ethical, and sustainable lifestyles relevant to the contemporary world. And our mission statement is to provide everyone, guests, students, visitors, residents, and community members with an inspiring experience of Srila Prabhupada's teachings in practice, as well enrich their own lives, strengthen ISKCON, and enable them to make an enduring contribution to the world. It says here as will, but I think it should be as well enrich. It says as will enrich. This has to be corrected, I think. I'm sorry, I was editor, so I always notice these things. Translator and editor, so this is so wonderful. And one thing that experts say, we can get back to couple of more things from here, if you're curious. One thing that experts say that mission statement should, entail, is to take care of all four main needs of all stakeholders. So what is a stakeholder? Stakeholder is anybody who has to do with something, who has connected in one way or the other, can influence it, can benefit from it. So that's a stakeholder. So all four needs of four stakeholders, so we have four needs: body, mind, heart, and spirit. So we have bodily needs, we have mental and intellectual needs, we have emotional, relationship, communication needs, and spiritual needs. And so it should be so comprehensive, and this mission statement is comprehensive. It takes care of all needs of everybody. I mean, it takes into consideration everyone. So I can give you one example from the professional world. To improve the quality of life and economic well-being of all stakeholders. This is like a universal mission statement for organizations or teams. So improving quality of life includes heart and spiritual and economic well-being. Economic well-being relates to the body. And for the individual mission statement, always to make a positive difference. Whatever personal mission statement you can come up with, definitely some element or maybe main element will be that you want to make a positive difference. You want to make a contribution. You want to make a contribution. So of course you can develop your own. And I want to also share with you mission statement of my own service, Gita Coaching, to empower confidence by helping people to develop faith in God, so to empower their own confidence, to stimulate creativity by excellent questions. Questions stimulate better thinking, stimulate creativity. We have potential, but we are not using it because we are not asking the right questions. We are asking limiting questions, questions that don't release our potential. For example, if you see some paper on the lawn here, you may ask, why is this here? And who is in charge of this? And why nobody takes care of this? This is one question you can ask. It's like, out of frustration, you're asking, why is this not clean? And another beautiful question that you can ask is, how can I contribute to the cleanliness of this beautiful place? Pick it up, throw it in the garbage. So this is a question of a person who has an attitude of a servant. So asking excellent questions and enthusing the heart with unconditional love. Now this is a big topic, I spoke about it I think last time. Enthusing the heart with unconditional love. Giving without expecting anything in return. Being happy to give something to you without expecting anything. And then we want to help every individual succeed in all areas of life. We want to invest in every individual to help them succeed in every area of life by bringing good fortune to their lives, number one. And number two, I forgot. Oh yes, I remember. Helping them to challenge themselves. If you're not challenging yourself, you are not growing. You will not grow. If you're not stretching over your limits, you will not grow as a person, as a human being, as a devotee. So these two things, bringing good fortune. And how do we bring good fortune to people's lives? There's many ways we can do that. But the beginning is knowledge, transcendental knowledge. Knowledge that is not shared very commonly, or it's not very usual to find out real transcendental knowledge. When people speak of spirituality, they speak about classical music, they speak about nature, they speak about meditation, but meditation on what? So for people, spirituality may mean many things, but mainly this is mode of goodness, something in the mode of goodness. And many so-called spiritual ideas are devoid of God. But we say that if you want to really be spiritual, then you need to include God also in the whole equation or in the whole discussion. Because God is the most spiritual person. He's the source of both spiritual and material energies. So, now let us look at some core values which are beautiful. They're really inspiring and they're really, I mean, like supportive for what I do. Core values: love, care, and hospitality. Number 1, unconditional love. Number 2, attentive care and service. Number 3, outstanding hospitality. So I'm a guest here for the last couple of weeks, and I have experienced this outstanding hospitality. And I would like that everyone is treated like I am treated here. Every guest, every member of the community, because I feel grateful for this, and it's so nice. Care, attention. So what we can say about attention? So you can say, well, I'm attentive to your hunger. I make sure you're never hungry. I feed you. I am attentive to maybe your ears. I make sure we don't make too much noise. So, you want to take rest, maybe at, I don't know, if you're here for the morning program, which starts early, maybe you want to take rest after breakfast. And then if we have workers drilling just in front of your window, then you will not be able to sleep. So then I want to make sure the drilling is done later when you're awake or when you are not in your room, when you are, going out. Ritz-Carlton chain of hotels has this motto, uncompromising personalized service. That means that whatever they remember about you, next time when you come, they will actually make sure you get it. For example, if they find out that you like orange juice, and next time you will get in the fridge in the room, you will get orange juice with a card which says, with compliments to Mr. John Smith, orange juice for you. Or if you have some special request, you know, people say, it's not my job. So in first-class companies, nobody says it's not my job. If you ask anybody anything, they will just go out of their way to help you. This first-class hospitality, first-class service. Not it's not my job, or ask this one. We don't send people, we escort people. We take them by the hand and bring them there. This is first class. And we do anything, we say, I will do anything I can to help you, anything that is in my powers to help you to get what you want and to fulfill your needs here. First class. Hospitality. Then attention, especially, so we can be attentive to people's different needs, but attention especially refers to what? You tell me. You're intelligent, you're educated, you have more diplomas than me. Tell me, what is the most important target of attention? Where attention is needed the most? In human relations. I'm sure you know. Just you have to think. Yes? Yes, but what? What in relationships? What aspect, what part, what? What? Yes, in listening attentively. That's a tough thing to do. It's sincerely, with interest, with genuine interest, even with fascination. What are they going to say next? Listening, attention for listening. This is very important. And when I joined this movement in '83, I didn't consider visiting the temple to be a visit. But it was an outstanding experience, like shocking experience. It's first of all, it's shock for the senses. Colors, smells, food, people, faces, clothes, everything completely shocking and overwhelming and beautiful. So we say it's not a visit, it's an experience, a Hare Krishna experience, like outstanding experience. And then if you attend a concert or some program where there is stories or theater play, or sometimes there is even some acrobatics things, so you just have an amazing experience. And today, I mean, this altar today is just it's just outstanding. It's just amazing. It's so beautiful. In my country, they say even blind can see the beauty. Even blind can see. So, if you, in your own personal mission statement, if you want to incorporate such high values, this will inspire you and oblige you to actually act high. People who talk high, they should act high also, so that they practice what they preach. They walk, they talk, they keep their word. And it can be a strong pillar in your life, this mission statement. When you feel lost, I do it myself. When I feel lost, I look at my mission statement and I see, oh, I feel lost because I'm not following my mission that I have chosen myself. Somehow I have drifted away from this. And I want to say something about a line from my own mission statement that I mentioned, bringing good fortune to people's lives. Once I was in Manchester in England, and one lady, married devotee lady, she brought me to the bus stop so that I can catch the coach for London. And they were a little bit on the outskirts of the city. Her husband went to work, so she gave me a ride in the car. And then I was thinking, What is my role in her life and her husband's life? And it just occurred to me that my role is in these people's lives is to bring good fortune somehow. Now, how do you bring good fortune? It's up to you to decide. But I was thinking in all ways, all kinds of ways, spiritually, materially, in any way, especially spiritually. So we want to bring good fortune to people's lives by giving them opportunity to grow spiritually. Not neglecting material aspect of life, but to fulfill that emptiness or gap that is there in their lives, that spiritual side is not very strong. And we have so much knowledge, we have such a huge library of books, we have courses, we have workshops, we have classes, lectures, individual counseling, coaching, consulting, and people can actually become fortunate by taking advantage of the transcendental knowledge that is given in the Vedas, in the Bhagavad Gita, which is the summary of all the Vedic literature. So, you have the opportunity to enhance your life, and we have the opportunity to serve you and to assist you on your spiritual journey. And we just offer you this opportunity, and we would like if you take this opportunity and take this assistance and inspiration and all the resources that are there, like this wonderful community and temple and the association of devotees, and in this way just improve your life. So thank you very much for listening. Do you have any questions? If you would like to develop your personal mission statement, you can contact me. I can give you my card with my details, contact details, and we can schedule an individual session. And I can help you with that, if you think that it will help you. But I have seen many people whom actually having a personal mission statement helped a lot. And in one sense protected them from many anxieties and lack of clarity, confusion. Yeah, so it's a practical tool. Okay, so if there is no questions, thank you very much. I wish you all the best, and Hare Krishna.